Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time at my channel, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you are here. Please consider subscribing. This is a channel that's pretty much all about modern motherhood. So I talk about family and entrepreneurship and raising kids. I am a part-time homeschooling mom who's now a COVID homeschooling mom, as many of us are. But yeah, I just wanted to share this video with you guys, which is just the updates on what we've been doing since we have been in quarantine. We are still quarantined in Los Angeles. I think it's day 5,379 or something like that. That's what it feels like. Realistically, I think it's been probably about 2 months of shelter in place or safer at home. And it's time to share what everybody's been doing. And even though we've been at home, there's been so many developments. It seems like we've been really busy and everything's been happening so much. So I'm excited to share this video with you guys. So prior to coronavirus, Laya was in a homeschool hybrid program. So I was doing the majority of her education at home. She would go to school 2 days a week and she would be home with me 3 days a week. So things have changed quite a bit because she's home every day now. She does have some portion of her learning online, but a lot of it is really what we do at home. So for her, we have been kind of wrapping up the semester and focused on year-end projects that come from her curriculum from the school that she attends, and then also projects that are related to what we've been studying in our homeschool. Laya has a couple of celebration of learning projects due, that's what they're called, where she's going to kind of recapitulate everything that she's learned in her history class, her math class, her science class, and her writing class in her hybrid program that she attends on campus. And then for the classes that I am teaching her at home that I've team taught with another mom, we have some final projects to do as well. We are continuing to move along in our botany class. It's great because we kind of got to eat the final project, which was some lettuce that we had grown at home. We're continuing to cultivate our vegetables and maintain our light hut experiments while she moves through the curriculum in the textbook that we've chosen for this year, which I am really, really liking, the Exploring Creation botany series. The other thing that's really exciting is we taught a class called Speeches That Changed the World based on a book that I had had for a really long time. We systematically went through many different speeches that marked really important historical events around the world. And we also talked about different kinds of rhetorical devices that are used in public oration. The final project for the 3 students is to write their own speech and deliver their own speech on a topic related to our current crisis, the coronavirus pandemic. So this has been so exciting to see my daughter and the other 2 students really grow and evolve and develop a mastery of being able to communicate, the art form of communication. And so we've had a lot of fun just kind of finishing up this project, shooting the final project, and it's been great. It's been really great to watch her grow.
We should remember that love, friendship, and happiness will always be there despite the scenario. But the greatest of these is love.
So of course, Laya's in middle school, but my 2nd grade son, Lincoln, was attending traditional school full-time. So he has had a major transition, as have I, in terms of his education, because everything that he's doing right now is basically COVID homeschool, partially online, partially directed by me. So that has been a big adjustment, but I think we finally have found our feet with that. And the strategy that I had explained in one of my earlier videos, I'll try to link it here, is just when the teacher gives all of the work for the week, usually on Sunday night, late at night, or early Monday morning, I get up and I divide all of the work for the week into day-by-day sets of exercises. So that way he has a task list for each day of the week, and that really helps him automate and be self-directed, and that gives a lot more function to the way this household runs. So there are a couple of times where I will jump in and support his learning, help clarify things, just engage with him so that he can be supported during the learning, but the majority of the tasks he's able to do independently, especially since the system is created. We had a lot of fun a couple of weeks ago doing an integrated STEM project on fairy tales. We had to read Cinderella from a couple of different cultures, And then Lincoln had to design a device to help Cinderella get to the ball more quickly. So that was really fun for him because he really is kind of an engineering-minded child. So he made a jetpack for Cinderella, and I was really impressed by his creativity and his focus and precision on that. We had a good time with that. Other family news is that we had the adoption anniversary for our dog Scotch, which was on Cinco de Mayo. So there was much to celebrate that day with him, and he's doing well. He's still getting his walks in, behaving for the most part. You know, we have no regrets about adopting him, or few regrets, I'll be honest, few regrets. Depends on the day. But for the most part, he's a great dog, and it was fun to celebrate, and it's amazing how quickly a year has gone by. Cinco de Mayo was also a really big day in this household because it's the day that my husband publicly announced the launch of his real estate company, Society Real Estate and Development. So there was a lot of media coverage, press coverage, excitement amongst us, excitement amongst our friends and family, and excitement for him amongst his professional peers. So we've been really busy since that time. And of course, it was also the day that I released that great music video that I'll also link, just celebrating him and celebrating his achievement. So we've had a lot of fun with that, and he's been super busy, but in the best way. And then finally for me, I just had that come to Jesus moment in quarantine where I realized I was going to have to be a little bit more rigorous with regard to my diet and lifestyle and exercise if I don't want to come out of this quarantine with my own COVID-19. So I have been trying to pay more attention to what it is that I'm eating, minding my diet, trying to eat a little bit healthier, consulting with my sister and her husband. They're both personal trainers. They're really into fitness. So that's been good, getting a little bit more exercise in, jumping rope. I love Just Dance, so been dancing it up, doing a little bit of calisthenics and a little bit of weights, light weights, all trying to get myself together because hopefully within the next few weeks we'll be out of quarantine and summer will be upon us. And probably the highlight for me during this stretch of quarantine is that we had Mother's Day. And I had such an awesome Mother's Day. My family was really great. Typically we would probably go out to brunch for Mother's Day. And since we can't go out to brunch, they brought brunch to me, which was really nice. And they had all of like my favorite foods, things that I really enjoy. The food was delicious, quiche and bacon and beet salad and just a shrimp cocktail and mimosas, of course, all things that I love. So it was really, really sweet. I got great presents. I really enjoyed my day, and I had a day of truly doing nothing, which is very rare, very, very, very rare. Even in quarantine, or especially in quarantine, I'm not sure what makes more sense to say, but I definitely had some really good rest and relaxation and a beautiful meal that wasn't exactly prepared. And you know, I don't know if I should blow up your spot, whether it was prepared by my husband or not. The point is, it was curated.
Assist. I got the assist.
He got the assist. He got the assist. We recently joined a private membership club, so he was able to order many of the items for the brunch from the catering services there. So that was great. It was delicious. Well done, babe. Another thing that's been really great is we started doing family Zoom calls with my sister who's in New York and my parents who are in Texas. So we're trying to keep that up once a week. Next week, we're going to add in a very close family member. My cousin actually is almost like a brother to me because he grew up with me and he lives in Switzerland. So it's kind of neat to be connected in a way that we weren't really connecting before prior to coronavirus. Even though we had the capacity, I guess, you know, maybe we didn't have the will. But now we do, we certainly do, and it's been great to be able to see my niece, especially on a weekly basis. She's got so much personality, it's a lot of fun. So that's been great, and Laya found a really cool way to create a Jeopardy game on Zoom that we can all play. So sometimes there's game time with all of the, you know, different members of our extended family too. So yeah, that's been fun. And we're also preparing to actually drive to my parents' home in Texas. So that's gonna be a big adventure, and I will likely be blogging that, probably from the packing to the travel. I'm not sure really what to expect. It's going to be a little bit difficult to travel, obviously, during these times, but we have already identified a couple of places where we can stay that we're certain are open in a few different states, and then we're going to try to stay out there for about 2 weeks. They have more space than we do. They live in a suburban environment where we live in an urban environment, so they've got tons of space, and it'll be really great for Laya to be able to jump back into her soccer training. She will have plenty of space. Everything is bigger in Texas for sure. So she'll have plenty of space to do that, and hopefully we can get these kids, you know, out fishing and doing a couple of other fun activities while we're out there to just mix up this whole time in quarantine. So I will be back imminently with some updates and some highlights from our trip to Texas. Thanks so much for watching.